All right, I get it. What the fuck is going on there? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, some kind of fucking way. Uh, I see what it is. I just don't know how to get rid of it. Fuck. Man, that is gonna bother me. All right, let me turn it down. Maybe not. Can you hear me? Yes. If you hear me, it's cool. But I'm getting the F, and it's really fucking good. Um, shit, how do I stop there? Uh, just a second, fellas. Stay. Okay, I guess I can handle it, right? Something. I did. Hey, uh, we finished start with this hey series called Radio Show. Uh, I just want to make sure my phone is working. Come on, Siri. Oh, wait, you know what? My phone is not even charged. Uh, hold on for a second. Hey, Siri, call Radio Show. Why am I here? Hey, you got to bear with me. What am I looking for? Oh, shit. All right. Fuck. Uh, I know you guys are tired, but this will happen. Fuck up. You get old. Everything's like you can't fuck me. I, we're sorry we didn't find a recent records from Skype. Ooh, download Skype. I don't know what that noise is that I'm hearing in the background. I wonder if you guys hear it. It sounds like something's turning, but uh, they said call Skype. No, no, no. They said no. Call radio show. Hey Siri, call radio show. So this goddamn shit. Uh, you know, um, it's really a big deal to know where you are in this life that is happening. Now, uh, I kind of know how to navigate this shit, but let me see. Yeah, but it's never seems to amaze me how much I forget every time I come home. This motherfucking something catches me off guard, like this motherfucker right here is doing right now. But there's ever been, a real motherfucker should know about, you know, if you want to catch. If you want to catch, one of the first things you need to learn is how to fish. Oh, you know what? I see that there twice. Uh, you got to know how to fish. Oh, I think that might be something. Yes. Oh, wait. Uh, okay. I think that was it. I figured it. Hey, you guys, that shit was fucking with me. I can't help it. If it ain't right, I can't do it. And that just wasn't right. But that's what it was. I had it on twice. Now, I don't know if that's what was keeping me from getting my calls. Uh, let's see here. Because it seemed like I should be on right there. I am. Okay. Hey, Siri, call the radio show. Calling radio show. Why the fuck am I hearing this goddamn shit? Uh, okay. Maybe that's why, because I wasn't signed in. Hey Siri, call radio show. Calling radio show. Yes, that was it. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, what the fuck is that? Okay. All right. So what I'm saying is, I guess I can get started now. This was a hell of a beginning. Now let's start over. The beginning, the middle. What I'm saying is, if caller, what's up? Hey man, are you playing or what, man? Because I don't have time for this bullshit. Hey man, hey dude, get off the goddamn phone with your punk shit, man. That's some punk ass shit. Take it somewhere else, bitch ass motherfucker. Now, What I'm saying is, you guys got to understand, I'm going to always have bitch shit like that, motherfucker. But it don't really bother me because if you don't have conversation, you ain't going to catch. You ain't going to catch a woman that's showing any kind of resistance. And the reason I'm saying this is because as I go through my school, I realize even though you're listening to me, you're not hearing me. You know, none of you have actually learned how to put a conversation down properly. You know, you think it's all about being slick. If you don't have the confidence it takes to make your regular conversation work, you're going to sound fake. Like most of you motherfuckers sound. You know, you hear all this shit in the streets, and instead of you realizing what this shit means, you want to use it in your conversation, and you don't know what you're saying. So your voice has the wrong tone to it. You may be brave enough to start that shit off the way you know it should be started off, but your conversation is gonna fall off, and you're gonna let her get away when it does fall off because you don't know how to fish. Now, if you know anything about fishing, you toss your line in, woo, woo, you cast your line, and once you get a bite, you know you bringing it in, you reeling it in, but you gotta let him go some. You know you reel him in, and then you let it go forward. I mean, I don't know what it's really called as far as, you know, fishing goes, but I know what the fuck I'm talking about because that's how you do with the broad you're talking to. You gotta have the confidence to make the shit work. What I'm talking about is some of the facts that you're gonna get at SWU. The first month at SWU is like elementary school, and you're gonna learn all the basics. The second month, the second month is like junior high. That's where you know you get to learn how to use and where to use the things you didn't learn that first month. Now the third month, which is where all the real fun begins, you get to learn how to own that goddamn shit you learned. And you show you own it by taking your ass out and completing the assignments that you're given. And you complete them using the information you've learned. And what I'm saying is, that's how you show me. You can talk a good game, but if you can't perform as well as you talk, then what are you doing? You ain't doing shit. See, what I'm trying to get you to understand, I'm the kind of dude that think about helping. What do you think, or don't you think it would be a great thing if I was calling, what's up? Hey man, I don't know why you got so much time. You want to call in and be a bitch, but the way you do whatever the fuck you was asking about bitches is treat them like this. Hang up on their motherfucking ass. So, what I'm trying to get you to understand, and this dude keep calling me, whatever the reason. What I'm saying is, you have to learn things. And if you learn them correctly, you can properly use them. You cannot use them if you don't learn them correctly. So, if you are fucking with me at this point in the semester, it's where we talking to live bitches. I'm paying for it, but what I'm saying is motherfuckers get the real deal. They get to hear how they sound talking whatever shit they want to talk. Because what I'm saying is, if you start hitting on her right away, you ain't gonna ever catch her because she negates that bullshit. So what I've done is made my students realize you need to know how to talk to her, not at her. See, that's a big deal. If you know how to talk to her, you don't have to come with your conversation about hitting on her right away, immediately. You can talk to her. She can, at that point, relax because you're not hitting on her. You're just talking to her. Believe me, she wants to talk to you. But most of you motherfuckers don't know how to talk to a woman. You know how to talk at her. Girl, you looking good. I'm telling you. I mean, you could be talking to any bitch. She knows that. Why do you want her to think that while you're talking to her? So what I'm saying is, don't you think, or do you think it would be a great thing if I was to start an elementary school? An elementary school where you teach kids to be themselves before you want them to be this genius, before you want them to represent whatever the fuck you think your kid should represent. Because most parents, what they do is project their failures or almost wins onto their child's life. She was a good pom pom girl, but she never made it to the beauty pageant. So you're gonna make sure your daughter makes it to the beauty pageant, and you're gonna put all this shit that she may or may not want in her life on her way before it's time for her to be thinking about this shit. Now, I'm saying if it wasn't an elementary school, it could even be some kind of after school program where, we tutor our students, the students in our hoods. I would even be willing to start a fucking citizen run community center. Where I grew up in Country Club Crest, we had a community run a community run center. And it was on Gateway and Griffin, right down the street from my dad's gas station. And we used to doggone go there to do nothing. We used to go there to just, play or just meet up with some of our partners or just get the fuck away from home. But what I'm saying, when you came there, it was a safe place. You couldn't do none of the bullshit you wanted to do. You could only be cool. And what I'm saying is, I don't know what it should be right now, but I do know it should be something done to reach the younger kids before life chews them up and spits them out. I'm telling you, you guys need to understand, there was no way in my family's house I could go use the bathroom if my sister was in there doing whatever she was doing. I have seen this with my own eyes. Parents allowing the boy to come in and take a piss while the girl is in there doing her hair, or vice versa, the girl to come in and take a piss while the boy is whatever he doing. I don't think that's right. I just don't. I think we should keep that separation in the kids' sexes like we did when I was a kid, because there was things boys were supposed to do as far as around the house, and there was things girls are supposed to do, and we all abided by it. We didn't think nothing different. If it came time to lifting something or taking the trash out or burning the trash or doing whatever physical, we had to do it. But if it was about home care, taking, cooking, cleaning, all that kind of shit, my sisters had to do it. We could literally come in the house after whatever we was doing and call one of our sisters, Lorraine or Linda. Lorraine, fix it. We could say that. And they would fix us something to eat. Now, at the same time, they could say, John, come over here. Carla, what's up? I'm doing good, man. How about you? Come on. Hey, man, listen, you're thinking correctly, but you certainly are thinking about the wrong fucking shit. You want your motherfucking girl to accept the other bitch, but you sure don't want your girl to catch the other bitch or the bitch to catch your girl. Cause what I'm saying is that's what you setting yourself up for. You setting yourself up for the back end, which no motherfucker see when they thinking about this. All they thinking about is fun and games. If you want to have both bitches, you better fuck them individually, and you better let them know you fucking them individually so that they can understand it's about you and what the fuck you want to do. Because what I'm saying is, how do you think a pimp ass nigga have 4 or 5 bitches? By not making it about one. It's about bitches, plural. So whatever you're doing with this one, you're gonna do with that one, and either one of them or all of them accept that. Why? Because you ain't hiding. If let's say you got 5 girls and they all came in tonight with a good trap, 6, 7, 800, and you want to fuck one of them. Now, some of you motherfuckers would choose the bitch that made the most money that night, and that ain't wrong. But what I would do, I would say, hey, I'm fucking so and so and so and so tonight, and regardless of who gets the most motherfucking money, I'm gonna do what I thought because it's about me. It ain't about them bitches. You making it about the goddamn bitches, bro. Bro, listen. You missing the whole point. The point is you doing what the fuck you want to do. Fuck the consequences. Hey, fuck the consequences, bro. I don't know if you've been in them streets, but if you have, that's what time it is. If it's time to do something, fuck the consequences. Right or wrong. So what I'm saying, bro, is it ain't about being in the streets. It's about having the mentality to win. And that's what the streets give you, the mentality to win. So the average motherfucker be scared of two bitches. You ain't scared of them, but you ain't trying to control them either. You trying to let them control you. That's a mistake. I'm just being real with you, bro. Why? Because I had more than one bitch at the same time before. I know how to do the shit. It ain't got nothing to do with who's pussy good, who looked the best, who made the most money. It got everything to do with what the fuck you want to do at that moment. If you want to be a freaky motherfucker and fuck three or four bitches at the same time, you can do that. But why would you want to do that? Because you certainly ain't in control of that sexual encounter. If you in the sex game, you cannot let it be about sex. You got to control the game. It's got to be about the rules of the game. And since I was in the sex game, I ain't about to fuck two or three bitches at the same time. I might fuck two or three bitches at the same time during the same day or time period, but they're together. I only did that maybe two or three times in my life. And it was never the way I thought it should be because it was always some bullshit going on. Bitch this, bitch that, this motherfucker don't want your dick in this bitch, blah, blah, blah. They trip, man, fuck you, bitch. Get your ass out the bed. It ain't even about you. It's about me. And if you can't do that, you ain't gonna have them bitches. They gonna have you, bro. It could have been a mistake depending on how you handle it. If you man up and let them know, look, I'm not about to be a freaky deaky sex circus motherfucker, but I damn sure want to have both of you motherfuckers. So if you can stand me fucking the shit out of Betty, and Betty can stand me fucking the shit out of Sue, then I'm ready to get down. But other than that, you motherfuckers meet on the 33rd. Fuck you motherfuckers. Hey, bro, we just kicked it, and I'm sure you got a lot of insight on what you want to do that you hadn't been thinking. Hey, bro, handle your business, man. Be cool. All right, you guys. Let me tell you something. That kind of conversation is dope. Why? Because he learned and I learned what the fuck. If I be patient enough and let a motherfucker get their shit out. Because I really don't have time to wait and hear shit. But he got his shit out and, it was cool. See, I don't really know what I should open up a community center or elementary school, but I know I should do something. Now, I was talking with this dude the other day, and we had been talking about 15 minutes. When that motherfucker said, "You're a selfish, full of yourself, conceited bastard, Rosebud." I didn't get mad at the motherfucker. I looked at him and handed him a Kleenex. Excuse me, before I said, "Wipe your goddamn glasses off, motherfucker, so you can see." I thought you saw that goddamn shit when we started talking. See, most of you misunderstand me. I know I scream pimp this, pimp that, I be screaming that shit. And I know I might be hard or rough or whatever you want to call it. But that's because that's who the fuck I am. Fuck with me or not. That's your choice. But you can't tell me this shit that I'm telling you does not work. I couldn't scream out to you about being a welder or some kind of other laborer because I can't tell you how to do whatever the fuck they do because I don't do that shit. I only can tell you about what I know about. If I was a welder, I would know which burn is the best burn. Caller, what's up? Caller, what's happening? Why you ain't gonna say your name? You can say your name. You say me your name. You know my name, Rosebud. John Dixon. Q, what's up? Hey, bro, I don't know what's going on with your connection, but you fading out. I'm missing half the shit you saying. All right, man, do that. Okay, you guys. See, what I'm saying is you can think of me as hard or rough or whatever. I'm just serious. I'm not the kind of guy that you get a trophy for participating. See, you motherfuckers grew up on shit like that. You don't get a ribbon or a trophy unless you win first, second, or third. Anything other than that, you have completely lost. And you're a loser if you want a ribbon for participating. See, what I'm saying is, I can't tell a welder how to weld. That would be like a football player trying to tell a motherfucker how to do a crossover move. He's an athlete, but he played football. Do you think you can take the advice of a forward that's going to tell you how to withstand the middle linebacker's hit that he finna put on your goddamn ass? I know the ins and outs of my motherfucking game, but not all game. I know the ins and outs of the things that interest me. You know, fucking with this game, you know, this abadabba, you gonna learn all kinds of goddamn shit. But if you, what I'm saying is, you supposed to know if you're fucking with them paper motherfuckers, your bitch gonna be in the front and you gonna be visiting that bitch if she get caught. I ain't saying they get caught all the time because I know motherfuckers been doing that shit for years. But I don't do it. So for the record, I respect each and every aspect of the game. But I pimped for mine. See, this has been a long growth period for me, my third. But during my second growth period, I grew to understand helping people. But what I'm saying is, you know, you really have to understand who you are. You can't just say I'm living and I'm either a line in the street separating the lanes or I'm the stop sign. Well, which one are you, motherfucker? During my second growth period, I grew to understand helping people. You know, I've been wanting to help my neighbors, my black neighbors especially. I go fair with whoever my neighbors are. No race distinction involved. But if I win this year, I'm gonna look into doing something for blacks. I may even get a home base for Sidewalk University and have part of it as a community center. It's all ideas now, but this is the kind of shit I be thinking about. Sidewalk University is too fucking valuable to stop where it's at now. That's why, you know, when I have sales and shit and deals, I know I said I would never have another sale or deal, but I can't help it. When you're the way I am, you're in a perpetual state of thinking. And this, my friends, is tiring. So when it comes to my me time, me time, that's a time when, I don't do any of that shit. But guess what? That's why I don't get any me time. Because it's damn near impossible for me to stop thinking about what I need to do. I'm always working on something. And I still be coming up short. Ain't that a bitch? No, it's not a bitch. It's life. And I'm living it with all the ups and downs until they throw dirt on my motherfucking black ass. Have you noticed, my absence from social media as far as Facebook and all that shit I used to do? That was once a place I had, respect for. Let's face it, I learned a lot of shit from fucking with Facebook. But then after all that, silly little bullshit people wanted to, make part of Facebook, some humorous shit and most of it not. Lately I just don't have the time or the energy to, I just don't want to engage in that kind of goddamn shit. I gotta admit it did help me learn how to apply my wares on the internet. Because I've noticed the posts are philosophical. That's on there now. Some of them are serious, some of them are not. But what's really strange is some of the things posted are coming from fools. Yet their posts make sense. Oh yeah, that's the one thing about philosophy. We all have opinions. And I guess their fucking opinion is as good as mine, anybody else's. I even enjoy reading some of that shit. Even from fools. So I guess fools are only fools when they're being foolish. Because when you step off into the game, you better be down. If you are, in the end, when you're done, you're going to receive your crown. It's a long gap going battle, and the accolades are many. But when it's all said and done, how do you think you'll feel? Will you have plenty? I have people I know who didn't make the right turns in the game, and they remember the game with malice. Just as I know people who made all the right turns and simply treasure the memories this Abba left them. Pimps and hoes. I think it's fair to say, for most of you motherfuckers, memories are a long way off. Just don't forget, they don't have to be pleasant. You're going to have all kind of memories of the good and bad you did. And if you want your memories to be pleasant, you better do a lot of good with whatever you're able to do. Because you all will have memories one day that's going to help you live your life and grow old gracefully. And what I'm saying is, be aware of what you're doing, because these memories are going to come to haunt you if they're hauntable, because they will boost you if they're boostable. If you weren't down, in that case, you're going to be like many, many motherfucking pimps and hoes I know who are mad at the world because they had to find out the hard way. This Abba ain't no fucking joke. That's why when you should dream, and you should dream big, Everybody should strive to achieve their dreams. I strove to become great in a fucking arena where most motherfuckers didn't become great in. This don't make me better than them or better than you. I don't even want to be better than anybody else. I just want to be looked upon as a person with a hell of a lot of tenacity. Tenacity, that's a word that's not used too often. And it means stick to itness, never giving up. But it's just not an everyday word. But that word, if you knew how to spell it, and if you could do what I do, which is take any word and apply this life I live to all the letters, and all the letters end up making a sentence. So if you spell that word out, you can see why it is so important to understand tenacity. T is for true. E is for effort. N is for never. A is for allows. C is for curious. I is for intelligence. T is for two. Y is for yield. My dream is only now beginning. True effort is never, true effort never allows for curiosity, for curious intelligence to yield. Otherwise, as long as you're curious, you're going to win. Yesterday, I sent some money off for some of my SWU gear. And I became emotional. I still can't believe I've started this shit. And in record time, I've made a name for the school. It could not have been done without the help and direction from, the man upstairs. Now, I pray that he sees fit, for me to continue and complete my destiny to help you motherfuckers win as men, not as doorknobs or floor mats. We'll see in the next 15 months. If I really have the tenacity to continue, and maintain my forward direction, I will then really accept that I am truly an exceptional man who have been graced with God's presence and blessed with his guidance. This is Sunday, but I'm not preaching. I don't believe in using religious words. Preach, brother. Tabernacle. We need friendship, or whatever you call that shit. We're able to do what we do because we gained up. The real ones, they're going to recognize us wherever we go. And sure enough, nigga get to that Midwest and you meet real niggas like Sly Ryan or Mr. G or Snidely Whiplash. Now, I went further east and met Baldhead Skip, Method Man, and 1,000 other real motherfuckers who all embraced me and this fucking dabble that I spit. And that only happened because game recognizes game. From east to west, to north to south, game recognize game. All over, we know how important the saying is this Abba recognizes Abba. We know how important that sentiment is, especially if you're involved with the streets. Saying like that is why we was able to travel across country. With no fear, not knowing damn motherfucker where we was going. But we did know and believe that motherfuckers with some game was gonna be there. And why I say that is I can't understand what would make you think you could bargain with me. Is it just me, or is that just how you think about motherfuckers, vendors? Suddenly every motherfucker, who wants something, be asking for my entire library. I know they ain't doing nothing but trying to steal my shit. I don't sell my entire library without seriously going through who's buying it. And when I tell them what the cost would be, the motherfucker asks for a deal. Of course, I offer a deal, a better deal, and they say that ain't good enough. Then there's 50 or 60 emails I get from people telling me what I should do. I don't want to fill my customer list or customer base with motherfuckers who won't pay for what they want. You can't blame me because I offered a deal in October and it's now June and you're talking about what I said in October. I want to fill my capacity with motherfuckers who know what they want and know it costs money. That's when I offer deals. I don't bargain, but if you real and ready to spend your money, some 3,200, sometime I'll knock that down to 2,800, 2,400. It just depends on what we talk about. I will offer you a better deal. I remember when I was in the streets, we carried phone books with all our numbers in it. My gator book had nothing but dudes in it. And when the police would pull me over, them motherfuckers would think they hit the jackpot. They would think because back then, motherfuckers was doing all kind of shit, trying to be cool. But what I'm saying is back then, it was fly to have a fucking cold fucking alligator book to carry your cards in your pen, in your numbers. But when the popo looked in my book, all they would see, they would think they was dudes' numbers, so they would think they found a trick book. I would tell them motherfuckers, call any one of those motherfuckers and see them a pimp answer the goddamn phone. I don't call bitches and surely don't fuck with tricks. But I'm telling you, talking to the police like that, they used to love me and Shantae. Because we had no fear of letting the motherfuckers know we was pimps. We ain't no drug dealers. We ain't no bitch beaters. We ain't none of that goddamn shit. There's no way to deny it when you fly like we was. So why lie to the popo? Because we realize once you tell them who you are, they no longer wonder who you are when they see you. Unless you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, like we was always doing, backing up in the street, fucking with bitches. We ain't getting a fuck about no traffic. They used to let us slide though, because they knew we was no trouble. I didn't really have much trouble with the rollers when I was rolling. Yeah, it was suspicious of me rolling the Rolls Royce. But the popo in Hollywood was so used to motherfuckers having money, they didn't want to fuck with the wrong motherfucker. So they used to let us slide unless, like I say, we was like dirty, which we never was because we was pimps. We didn't need to ride dirty. We didn't do that stupid, that stupid ass shit. Hey, I'm finna end this. I had a few calls. I had more calls that was bullshit than calls that was real. But I really did like the real calls. So let's stay down. And when you see me back on, holler at a brother.